Have you ever dared to dream so big that it scares you? Ever so close to giving up in the face of challenges? Dreams, they're the whispers from your soul, the echoes of your deepest desires. They're the seedlings of your potential, waiting to be nurtured, waiting to bloom. They're the fuel that propels us forward, the beacon that guides us through life's winding paths. And yet, dreams are often met with skepticism, doubt, and fear. We've all been there, right on the brink of surrendering to the towering mountain of obstacles before us. But here's the thing about dreams. They're not just about destination, the final triumph. They're about the journey, the winding road fraught with challenges, the very challenges that shape us, that mold us into the best versions of ourselves. Dreams are the crucibles in which we forge our resilience, our grit, our tenacity. They're the battleground where we wage war against our fears, our doubts, our insecurities. Obstacles, they're not the signposts of defeat. They're the stepping stones to success. They're not meant to deter us, they're meant to strengthen us. They're not the end of the road, they're the bends in the journey, the twists that add to our story, the turns that lead us to unexpected treasures. Let's delve into the real-life stories of people who refuse to give up. A saga from the world of sports. Wilma Rudolph, often called the fastest woman in the world, was not always so swift. As a child, she was afflicted with polio, which left her with a twisted leg. Despite doctors saying she would never walk again, Rudolph refused to accept this fate. Through sheer determination and rigorous physical therapy, she overcame her disability and went on to win 3 gold medals in track and field at the 1960 Rome Olympics. Then there's the story of J.K. Rowling, who went from being a jobless single mother living on welfare to becoming one of the best-selling authors of all time. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Bloomsbury Publishing took a chance on her manuscript about a young wizard named Harry Potter. Today, her books have sold over 400 million copies worldwide. Or consider the story of Elon Musk, a man who has repeatedly pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Despite numerous setbacks, such as 3 failed SpaceX launches and Tesla's near bankruptcy, Musk has never given up on his vision for a sustainable future. Today, SpaceX is revolutionizing space travel and Tesla is leading the charge in electric vehicles. Finally, let's not forget Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a childhood filled with poverty and abuse to become a media mogul and philanthropist. She was fired from her first television job for being unfit for TV, but she persevered, eventually hosting the highest-rated talk show in American television history. These individuals, from diverse walks of life, faced immense challenges. They were told they weren't good enough. They were laughed at, they were rejected, and they faced failure after failure. But here's the thing, they never gave up. They believed in themselves, they believed in their dreams, and they put that belief into action. They understood that it's not what you go through, but how you deal with what you go through that matters. They recognized that every setback, every failure, was merely an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Each of these individuals had every reason to quit, but they chose to keep going. They chose to believe in themselves, to believe in their dreams, and to never, ever give up. And that, my friends, is the power of resilience. What can the world of sports teach us about not giving up? A great deal indeed. Let's dive into the world of sports, a realm where adversity is a constant companion, yet the spirit of resilience remains unbroken. Consider the story of Michael Jordan, arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Yet, his journey to success wasn't a slam dunk. He was cut from his high school basketball team, a setback that would have crushed many. But Jordan didn't give up. He used this rejection as fuel to work even harder. His persistence paid off and he went on to become a 6-time NBA champion and a 5-time MVP. Or take the example of Serena Williams, a powerhouse in the world of tennis. She's faced numerous injuries, health scares, and personal tragedies, but none of these stopped her. She continued to compete, continued to win, and continued to redefine what's possible in her sport. Her 23 Grand Slam singles titles are a testament to her indomitable spirit and relentless drive. Then there's the inspiring tale of Derek Redmond, a British sprinter who, during the Barcelona Olympics in 1992, tore his hamstring mid-race. Despite the excruciating pain and the shattered dream of a medal, Redmond didn't give up. He hobbled, limped, yet finished the race with the help of his father. His determination made him a hero, a symbol of the human spirit's refusal to be defeated. These athletes are more than just sports figures. They're embodiments of determination, hard work, and resilience. They teach us that setbacks are not the end, but stepping stones to success. They show us that failures are not final, but lessons to learn from. They remind us that the road to greatness is often paved with struggles and obstacles. Yet, they also prove that with perseverance and a never-give-up attitude, we can overcome these hurdles. In sports, as in life, the game isn't over until the final whistle. So let's keep playing, keep striving, and keep believing. No matter what, let's not give up. How can we build the willpower to keep going when things get tough? This question is where our journey into the realm of fortitude begins. You see, willpower is not some mystical force that some people are born with and others aren't. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, honed, and strengthened. Let's begin with setting clear goals. When our destination is nebulous, it's easy to lose our way. But when we have a clear, defined objective, our path becomes more straightforward. The key is to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These kinds of goals provide us a roadmap, a step-by-step guide that breaks down our journey into manageable chunks. So when the going gets tough, we can look at our roadmap and see exactly how far we've come and how far we have to go. Next, we come to self-discipline, the bedrock of willpower. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's about setting priorities, making sacrifices, and staying true to our commitments. It's about choosing the path of most resistance because we know that's where the greatest rewards lie. It's about taking the stairs instead of the elevator, metaphorically speaking. And finally, we have the power of a positive mindset. It's easy to be positive when things are going well. The real test is to maintain that positivity when we're knee-deep in challenges. It's about viewing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones towards our goal. It's about remembering that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. It's about believing in ourselves even when no one else does. Your willpower is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So flex that muscle every single day. Push through the discomfort, the pain, the doubt, and remember, every time you do, you're not just getting closer to your goal, you're also strengthening your willpower, making it easier to face the next challenge that life throws your way. Where does faith fit into this journey of not giving up, you may ask? Well, faith is the cornerstone, the bedrock, the very core of our resilience and determination. It's the unyielding belief in ourselves and the unwavering trust in a power greater than us. It's the key that unlocks the door to perseverance and the fuel that keeps the engine of our dreams running. Consider the story of a man who faced a life-altering accident, rendering him unable to walk. It was a harsh blow, a challenge that seemed insurmountable. However, he held on to his faith. He believed in himself, in his capacity to adapt, to overcome, and he trusted in the divine plan. This faith didn't magically heal his legs, but it gave him the strength to redefine his life, to find new dreams, and to live fully, despite his condition. Then there's the tale of a young woman who faced a relentless series of failures. Every effort she made seemed to crumble. Every step forward was met with 2 steps back. But she had faith in herself that she was capable, that she was worthy, and faith in a higher power that her struggles were not in vain. And she was right. Today, she stands successful, her failures forgotten footnotes in her story of triumph. These stories, and countless others, underscore the transformative power of faith. They remind us that faith is not about immediate miracles or quick fixes. It's about holding on when everything seems to be falling apart, about believing in ourselves when others doubt, about trusting in a divine plan when our own plans falter. Faith is the beacon that guides us through the storm, the compass that directs us when we're lost, the anchor that holds us steady amidst the tides of life's challenges. It's faith that allows us to look at the mountain of hardships and say, I can and I will conquer this. Faith can move mountains, but you have to keep pushing while you pray. Remember, your faith is your power. Harness it, and nothing will stand in your way. What happens when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel? You may have asked yourself this question in times of adversity and struggle. But let me tell you, it's in these moments that the power of a positive mindset truly shines. Think of some of the greatest minds and hearts in history. Did they give up when their paths were shrouded in darkness? No. They persevered, they held on to hope, and they maintained a belief in the unseen. They understood that the absence of light did not mean the absence of a way out. It simply meant the light was yet to be found. Let's take Helen Keller, for instance. Despite being both blind and deaf, she became an author, political activist, and lecturer. She once said, "Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content." Then there's Thomas Edison. Before he invented the electric light bulb, he faced thousands of failures, but he saw each failure not as a sign to give up, but as a step closer to success. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Our journey through the tunnel of life is not always illuminated. There will be periods of darkness, times when we stumble and fall, moments when we feel lost and alone. But it is through these experiences, through this darkness, that we find our strength, our resilience, and our capacity to endure. We may not always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's always there waiting for us. It's in our struggles that we grow, in our failures that we learn, and in our darkness that we find our light. So, when you're in the tunnel and the light seems non-existent, remember this. It's not that the light isn't there, it's just that you haven't reached it yet. Even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, keep going. You might be closer to it than you think. Let's revisit what we've learned today. In this journey of life, we've seen the power of dreaming big, of reaching for something beyond our grasp, and the magic that happens when we refuse to let go of those dreams. We've seen how real-life resilience not only helps us withstand the storms, but also transforms us into stronger, more capable individuals. We've taken a page from the sports world where the spirit of never giving up is embodied every day. Athletes show us that it's not the fall that defines us, but the courage to get back up and keep going. They teach us that our willpower is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. We've delved into the power of faith, how putting faith first in everything we do can act as a beacon, guiding us through life's ups and downs. Faith in a higher power, faith in ourselves, and the faith to keep pushing forward, even when the odds seem stacked against us. We've talked about the light at the end of the tunnel, that elusive glimmer of hope that keeps us moving, even when we can't see it. We've learned that just because we can't see the light right now, it doesn't mean it isn't there. It's a testament to our innate ability to stay positive, to hold on to hope, and to keep going even in the face of adversity. And finally, we've explored how our journeys, our struggles, our triumphs can serve as an inspiration to others. By persevering through our own, we can show others that it's possible to overcome, that it's possible to turn trials into triumphs. Remember, it's not what you go through, but how you deal with what you go through. Keep going, keep believing, and never give up. If you enjoyed this video and want to continue being inspired, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for your daily dose of motivation and inspiration.